What's this blue thing? Is that a bathtub? Why is there a bathtub near this guy's garden? Well, we're gonna talk about it. But first... Ooh, yeah, buddy. Today we're gonna discuss vermicomposting, or a lot of people call it worm composting. Whichever one suits you better, fine, great. This is a cast iron bathtub. We purchased this for $10, I believe, as well as one packet of 300 red wiggler worms for about $10. So all in all, our end cost on this system was $20. And I'm gonna explain to you this system. In the description, there'll be a link to a person that actually helped kind of set this in motion for us. His name's Jeff Lawton. Jeff Lawton Permaculture Designs. If you know that name, go look at his videos, go find that video. If not, I'll have the link there either way. So the design's very simple. Your bathtub is always angled down at the bottom, right? Always going towards a slope, which is basically where your drain is. That works to your favor when you're composting with worms. So what you do first is you go in layers, basically. I would say call it lasagna layering, more or less. Your bottom layer, what I use and what a lot of people use is typically like cow dung or manure of some kind that's gone through a good bit of the aging process. Then what you add, or at least what we did, that seemed to work out quite well, was I ended up using some grass clippings, I believe, used leaf mold, and threw that in there next. Then comes the worms, because that's how we did it. We added 300 worms right into the next layer, nice and even all the way around it. Then you throw some more leaf mold on top. Then add kitchen scraps from inside. You know, we usually use the, what's a good idea or way to show you? I don't know if any of you are coffee drinkers out there, but once you've added that, then you can start adding just more stuff, okay? It's nice to just fill this thing up if you can, because it ends up breaking down regardless. So I would always encourage, you know, like, you can even throw wood chips in there because those really do help retain the moisture, but you can do wood chips, grass clippings. You can do even some old biomass that you've cut out of your garden, throw that in there as a layer. But it's all about layering this thing. And then over time, just repeating your process. In here, you're gonna constantly get worm juice out. You're gonna constantly get castings down towards the bottom. Now what you really wanna see is this. This was our old stuff. Obviously there's worms right in it. You can go right out there. But yeah, this is all of our old stuff. We kept around some just so I can do some more casting tea, add that to the garden and whatnot, but this is all straight worm castings. Obviously there's some bigger stuff that hasn't broken down yet, but it will. So this was a recent reset. We had just cleared out all of our worm castings out of the last one and saved some so we can put that back into here. So that way this is all of this in here, and I'll show you right now. All of this is new. This is all, you know, you got your paper shreds, you got horse poop, you got, oh, of course, a big old broccoli head. You know, all this gets broken down, but here's what's cool. It's like this is a few days in, and we've already got worms, like doing their thing here, right? And so the deeper I go, the better it's going to be. Once you get all of your layers in here and your worms are in there and everything's packed the way you would like it to, then the best thing to do is come back and you take your hose and soak everything in. When you do that, a lot of juice is gonna come out the bottom. I would say whenever you do reset one of these, don't do much with that juice. Like, it doesn't really have all of the nutrients that you need yet, and you don't really know what it's gonna do to your plants. So what I would say is over time, when the worms have been in here for a longer period of time, and you start getting that darker juice, add that stuff. I think it's also very important to know that this is easy. This is basically set it and forget it. You get all this stuff layered in here, you throw your water on it, throw a cover over on top of this so it's at least shaded out and these worms can run through the entire place. You know, their whole little hotel in here. But I don't feel like there's any gardener out there that shouldn't have either something like this or some sort of a vermicompost system, because the benefits outweigh everything. And I'll just go ahead and end this by saying thank you all so much for tuning in, giving us the time of day to sit and listen. You know, we have different methods, or we have some of the same methods that might be worth listening to. We're not necessarily here to teach. We're here to show you what works for us. If you happen to be in the same sort of zone or you're curious about other options, seek us out. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead, drop them down there. I will drop the Jeff Lawton link down at the bottom of the page, and that way everybody has something to go look at. So thank you all very much. Thank you for tuning in once again. I'm Mike. This is Nicely Done Permaculture. Thank you. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.